Hello YouTube, my name is Mabu Nakagawa, who started my YouTube channel 2 years ago, and I'm uploading a weekly video at 7 AM every Monday. I just want to make a quick note that I'm gonna call this episode Black Monday with Mabu instead of Nakagawa House because I upload negative news on Monday. Just a little bit of modification about my channel layout. My content itself is not a big deal for you. If you guys have any findings, please let me know. I'm gonna make it better for you, okay? Originally, I'm from Shiga prefecture, Japan. If you guys have no idea where I'm making my videos, please check out the link in the description down below. I'm doing this in front of the camera because I wanna grow up my channel from my hometown and present you an overview of Japanese breaking news I like the most during the past week. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and press the subscription button by all means. Make sure you guys don't forget to ring the bell as well. I always welcome you. If you may say, I'm gonna scream here, damn it! Just kidding. Trust me, baby. I'm begging you though. Now, let's get started, everyone. Today, we're gonna deliberate as to what if Tokyo Olympic were cancelled. Black Monday with Mob. There's a big discussion and controversial opinions on whether Tokyo Olympic should be held or cancelled in Japan. The founder of Rakuten Inc., Mikitani-san, joined an international press conference and announced it's gonna be a suicide if we are forced to hold the Olympic Games in the next upcoming months. Also, the founder of SoftBank Group, Son-san, likewise tweeted, "We're gonna make a huge amount of loss that can't be redeemed forever if the game kicked off." Since coronavirus pandemic broke out last year, Mikitani-san had been so conservative and he didn't really stay positive about the Olympic. He was asking for a big lockdown and asking for a summit quarantine and all kinds of negative things as Olympic host country. Looking back at a natural disaster occurred 25 or 26 years ago in Japan, he experienced Hanshi Awaji earthquake. I was still an 11-year-old boy at the moment, and I lived in Kansai region too, and I do even now. So I still clearly remember the big incident about how scary earthquake hit Japan. Then he knew the lifespan of human beings was limited. He knew no one knows exactly when people are gonna die, and he didn't even know when he was gonna die himself. So he decided to do what he wants. That makes sense, right? Yeah, that's good things though. That's the origin of how Rakuten Inc. was established. By the way, Rakuten Inc. is now one of the biggest e-commerce companies at nearly same percentage of market share, owned by Amazon.com Inc. in America. He grew his company so big. I like that. I admire his idea and inspiration. He always plays hustle, aggressive, think deep. Makes a mistake sometimes, but keeps it up until he gets successful. I respect his positivity, but somehow he doesn't like Tokyo Olympic this year. Maybe he might have had some bad memory or nightmare about tsunami earthquake in Tohoku region or whatever. I'm not quite sure about that, but to be honest, whatever it is, I think that's unrealistic to cancel Tokyo Olympic no matter what happens. I don't know how much you are interested in Olympic. Some of you guys don't really care about that. Others want to have Olympic in Tokyo at any cost. I don't know what you think of it, but if you are a business owner in Japan, for example, you'll probably want to make it in Tokyo because you can take advantage of this huge business opportunity and most likely maximize your profit for your business opportunity as well. America is now making progress for vaccination and they should be okay with their antibody against the coronavirus, but some people in America still believe even fully vaccinated people might be at the risk of getting and spreading COVID-19 variants, and then believing they should avoid all travel to Japan. I think that's a ridiculous idea too. There's no scientific evidence that's true. Where is the evidence? There's no impact on participation of world athletes. Personally, I don't expect any impact that impact at the moment. I think International Olympic Committee, that's called IOC, is very confident that they're gonna have a full of backup support enough to avoid infections. In Japan, the scale of domestic sporting and entertainment marketing is getting smaller as people are infected. Overseas speculators are not allowed to enter Japan right now. Japan and IOC are now in discussion with the entry by overseas people. If they don't take vaccination, of course they can't enter Japan. Japanese government should delegate some doctors to the Olympic medical center or somewhere like that and help them vaccinate as well if needed. And I think as long as they take a vaccination, they are all good to stay Japan. We don't need to put into the travel suspension right now. Japanese government strives to hold Olympic ceremony in terms of financial issue, because if we cancel it, we are gonna lose a lot of money, honor, pride, faith, and everything. We gotta get fined. That's ridiculous. That's what they wanna avoid the most. I think that's cruel for Olympic athletes to cancel it. They work out so hard every day and dreaming for a gold medal for their pride, honor, and for the flag. I really wish Olympic would be held at any cost. Olympic is a big event taking place every 4 years, one of the biggest events of all time. If we call off Olympic this time, we are not gonna be able to have second chance to host Olympic Games forever. I'm so pretty sure about that. I believe canceling Olympic is essentially off the table. I mean, it's gotta be reasonable on that. There's no one who can anticipate we are gonna have a huge event that might intervene in the next 60 days. Who knows? Come on, yeah. Thousands of Olympic athletes get more and more frustrated because no one tells them what's going on with their final confirmation, while the country is still struggling with the virus. Especially Japan is currently fighting a fourth wave of infection, and there's a mounting pressure from business leaders like Mikitani-san to call off the games. They spent 4 years to prepared for Olympic Games with so much concentration and focus, and they are getting so ready for this final spirit. To ensure all the athletes of the world can come together in a safe environment, I think they should be welcomed with a safe and secure control protocol in place, as they can play with 100% conditions. Vaccination for every single one of the athletes will be delivered, and there's no chance to engage with local populations. I don't think infection is going to be a big issue in terms of communicating with other overseas athletes. However, there's a lot of negative opinions under this very exceptional circumstance, like war or civil disorders. North Korea already declared a non-participation of Olympic. Likewise, other countries might follow the same as well. Most of them feel beyond safe, but I really wish Olympic will be successful. What do you think of it? I wanna hear you out if you have any different opinion or concern. If you are watching me from different country, please share me with your country and what's happening over there. Let's swap some conversations, okay? I always welcome you. Okay, that's pretty much for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, press the like button and subscription button as well as notification button next to subscription button, so you'll get the live updates anytime anywhere I do a new video. Again, thank you guys. Have a wonderful Monday and the rest of the week. I'll see you in the next video.